Yeah guys, welcome back. So let's proceed to start the next chapter. We are done with 4 chapters. So now I am starting with chapter 5, that is heads of income, computation of income under various heads. There are totally 5 heads of income. So I have divided this chapter into 5 units, 5 different units. For each head, one unit. Agree? Chalo. So computation of income under various heads. We will see some introduction about this chapter and we will close for the day, for the morning class. Yeah. Chalo guys, be attentive. See, this heads of income is the biggest headache guys. It will take very long time. It is a very huge part. So it will take very long time. So you have to be very careful here and attentive also. Every chapter is important only. I am telling the same thing in every class. Chalo. The taxability of income of a person depends on the chargeability of such income under the Income Tax Act 1961. The total income of an assessee subject to statutory exemption is chargeable under section 4. Agree na? So section 4 is what? General charging section, which told total income of a person is taxable. So in this chapter we will be learning how to compute total income. Clear? Then the scope of total income, which varies with residential status, is defined in section 5. Fine. Then section 14 enumerates the heads of income under which the income of an assessee will fall. So under section 14 will tell, okay, there are 5 heads of income where the income of any person will be calculated separately. Okay. Next, the rules for computing income and permissible deductions under different heads of income are dealt in different sections of the Act. There are different sections for each head of income. Okay. The heads of income along with their corresponding set of sections for the purpose of computation of income are given below. So the first head, see guys, there are 5 heads as I told you, and this heads should go in an order only. We cannot interchange the order. Okay. So first head being income from salary. Any income which you are earning in the form of salary from your employer is taxable here. So this is given in section 15 to 17, 15 being the charging section. Next, second head, income from house property will tell, okay, if you are having any rental income from any of your house property, it is taxable under this head. Section 22 to 27 deals in income from house property, 22 being the charging section. Okay. The third head, profits and gains of business or profession. Section 28 to 44D. If you are having any business or if you are carrying on any profession like practicing your company secretary qualification, or I assume I am practicing auditor, practicing chartered accountant. In that case, I am practicing a profession. Whatever I am earning from that profession will be taxable under the head profits and gains of business or profession. And if I am carrying on any business, whatever profit I earn from that business is taxable here, which is covered in section 28 to 44D. Section 28 is the charging section. Next, capital gains. Section 45 to 55A. Capital gains means if you have any capital asset, that is nothing but your fixed asset, similar to fixed asset, and if you have sold it, if you have earned any gain from that, it is taxable under the capital gains. 45 being the charging section. Agree? Next, the last head is income from other sources. See, any income which is not falling in first 4 category, but it is taxable, it will come here. It will come here. So 56 to 59 is the section covered. 56 is the charging section. 56 is the charging section. So each head, each section in detail we will be seeing under that particular head, under particular units. Clear? Next, first section under each head of income is a charging section, which specifies what income is taxable under the respective head. When you are learning along with the section, you guys can observe it is going in a section order guys. It is going in a section order. Agree? So up to 14 it was some basic information. Agree? We have covered different sections. It was a basic information. From 15 it starts with heads of income. Heads of income. Clear? Then for calculation of income, amount received is classified under 5 heads of income. It is then to be adjusted with reference to provisions of income tax laws in the following income. So what I have to do in this chapter is, see guys, in chapter 4 we calculated our tax on what figure? Total income figure. but the total income figure was readily given in the question. It was directly given, but we have to compute it for ourselves. Agree? So how to compute that we will be seeing in this chapters. Agree? So to know my total income, first I should know what is my income under each head. Agree? So if you want to know what is your total percentage then of marks, then you have to know what is the marks you have scored in each subject, right? Then you will see total marks. On that you will calculate the percentage. Agree? Same way. So here we have to calculate the first income under each head. Okay. From that we have to make certain adjustments. We can claim certain deductions under chapter 6a. After all that, whatever I will be getting is called total income, or else we will also call it as taxable income, on which we have to pay tax at whatever rate is applicable for us. Clear? So our task from now is to calculate income under each head. Later, once we finish all the heads of income, then we will see how to compute total income. Because after heads of income, we have to cover 3 more chapters, which is with respect to clubbing of income, set off and carry forward of losses, and deductions. And deduction. These are 3 different chapters. Agree? So in fifth chapter, what we will be learning is how to compute income under each head of income. Agree? Once I get income from each head, then I have to make certain adjustments for clubbing of income. Clubbing of income means for someone else's income, I have to pay tax. When it is applicable, we will see. Then set off and carry forward of losses. Set off and carry forward of losses means if I have suffered any loss, then we can set off it against other income, or else I can also carry forward. But there are certain restriction and time limit for it, which we will see in that particular chapter. Then after all this, we will get something called as gross total income. From that, I can claim deductions under chapter 6a, which is a completely separate chapter. Chalo. So hope you understood the format here. So first task is, okay, we will be computing how do we get income from salary? How do we get income from house property? We have to compute it individually. There are certain things which we have to take care there and calculate. Agree? After we finish heads of income, okay, we will see how to calculate gross total income. Then we will see how to calculate total income. Agree? This is the complete format which I have given here. Clear? See, wherever required, wherever possible, guys, I have tried to give the format and all, so that your work will become easy. Or else sometimes you will interchange the position. Okay, for example, after health and education says you may take surcharge, or else you may interchange the positions like that. Okay, so kindly observe that and stick to the format. We cannot interchange it. Okay, we will see some basics about salary today before we finish the class. Income from salary. So we are going to the first head of our income, that is income from salary, section 15 to 17. So again here also I have just given one format, rough format, where basic pay. See, your salary which you get from your employee is a different thing. It is a different thing. Agree? So it will have different components actually. It will have different components. Clear? Chalo. So it has basic pay, dearness allowance, then bonus, commission, city compensatory allowance, medical allowance. So all this you know. Normally you people will be aware of. Agree? It is always taxable. Whenever you get anything in these names from your employer, it is always taxable for you under the head salary. Under the head salary. Fine, sir. Then there are certain allowances which you are receiving from your employee, for which some amount of exemption is given. So we have to see how much you have received minus how much is exempt, balance only we have to take it here. How much is taxable? I will repeat. Assume you have received some allowance, out of which 50% is exempt. You have received 10,000. So how much should I take it here, sir? Only 5,000. How much is taxable only you have to take. So if there is any allowances which is exempt, they will specifically give in the act. Don't you assume, this is exempt anta. If something is exempt from tax, something you can claim deduction, they will specifically give in the act, guys. Clear? Chalo. Then there is something called as perquisites. Perquisites means non-monetary benefits, we will call it as non-monetary benefit. For example, your employer would have given car for your usage, or else house to stay for you for accommodation purpose, like that. In that case, you are getting some non-monetary benefit. Even in that case, you will be taxable. That because you are getting some benefit from your employer, just because you are under employment. Sir, what is perquisite? How much it is taxable? Everything we will see in this chapter. Clear? So all taxable perquisites also you have to take it here. So after all this, you will get something called as gross salary. Gross salary. From this gross salary, you can claim 3 deductions under section 16. There is 3 deductions under section 16. That is, first one is standard deduction. Standard deduction 50,000, which is always there. It is fixed. Whoever is having salary income, everyone can claim standard deduction of 50,000. But if your gross salary itself is less than 50, then you can claim only that much. Assume your gross salary is only 30,000. In that case, you can claim standard deduction only 30,000. Agree? Next, entertainment allowance, some deduction can be claimed only by few people. Who are they? We will see. Then profession tax deduction. Profession tax is a tax which you pay on profession for a respective state governments. Agree? Which you can claim deduction. So after all this, you will get something called as taxable salary. This figure, whatever final figure I will get, now this figure I am supposed to take it here. Here. In total income calculation. Hope you got it. Not the gross salary. You have to take the taxable salary figure. Agree? So our task in unit 1 is to compute this figure. Okay, for which we have to see some allowances, whether it is exempt or not. Then we have to see perquisites, whether how much it is exempt, how much it is taxable, everything we have to take care. Okay, which is given in section 15 to 17. Hope you guys are clear. Bala Sridhar has a doubt. 1 second. Sir, that chapter 6A belongs to the act or our study material? Chapter 6A is an act only. You are asking, okay, chapter 6A as per our chapter numbers. No. The name of that chapter 6A only. The name of that chapter in act itself, it is chapter 6A. Okay. We call it as chapter 6A deductions, not as per my study material. Okay. Next. Was this standard deduction not included in new scheme, sir? Yeah, in new scheme this deduction is not there. This deduction is not there, sir. Okay. We will see that. Only when I complete a particular aid, at the end I will tell what is not available for new scheme, so that it will be easy for you guys. So I don't want to mix up anything when I am explaining. When I am explaining, I don't tell anything. Okay, this is available, this is not available. At the end of the chapter, I will tell, okay, whatever we have seen in this chapter, these things are not applicable for the new scheme, so that it will be easy. Your work will be easy. Bala Sridhar, one more doubt. So those deductions can be availed only when gross salary is greater than 50,000. Exactly. Correct? Those deduction means this deduction. You can claim straight away 50,000 deduction, but only when your gross salary is more than 50. Okay. Normally it will be more than 50, I feel. Okay. One more chart we will see and we will close the class. This part will finish off. Salary income, please pay attention. There are 3 sections, guys, 15, 16, 17. 15 being the charging section, which will tell all income received as a salary under employer-employee relationship. This is very important. There should be employer-employee relationship is taxed on due or receipt basis, whichever is earlier. Due or receipt basis, whichever is earlier. That is, assume I have earned salary for the month of Jan, February, March, but my employer told, though this year I am suffering huge loss, so I will pay this 3 months salary also next year. So should I pay tax this year or next year? This year only. You have earned it. It was due this year. So pay tax on this. Again, when you receive it, don't pay tax. Again, when you receive it, don't pay tax. Clear? So, and whichever is earlier. Assume, I will give one more example. Please pay attention. Sir, in the month of March, I had some emergency. So I requested my employer, sir, please give 2 months salary in advance. Next April, May salary also give it in advance. Okay, in April, May, you need not give salary. So in that case, in my previous year, how much salary is taxable? It is taxable for 14 months, whatever I have received. In next year, it will be taxable only for 10 months. In 10 months, because 2 months additional salary, what I am getting now, that is called advance salary. For next year, I am receiving now only. It is taxed on receipt basis. Agree? If something is taxed on due basis, again it won't be taxed on receipt basis. If something is already taxed on receipt basis, again it won't be taxed on due basis. Clear? Chalo. Coming to section 16. 16th section has 3 deductions which you already covered. Okay. For profession tax and entertainment allowance, we have to satisfy conditions. Some this limits are there which we will see later. Okay. At the end of this chapter. Then definitions. So section 17 defines few things. So what is that? 17.1 defines salary. 17.2 defines what is perquisites. 17.3 defines what is profit in lieu of salary. All these definitions we will see when we go to that particular section in this chapter, in this unit, I can tell. Clear, guys? So only 3 sections. I have given just a breakup of the 3 sections here. So we will see each and everything in detail, most probably in the evening class. Clear? So guys, we are done till for now. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Hope everything was clear for you today. Clear? Everything clear? Shall we close? Okay. Chalo guys. Bye for now. We will meet you in the evening for salary aid. Take care.